Hey guys, and welcome to another video. Today we're reviewing another mini PC from Beelink. We have an Intel i3-10110U processor, 8GB of RAM and a 256GB SSD storage. In the box we're getting two HDMI cables. They're fairly short, 28cm for this one, and that one is 109cm long. In the box we also find a VESA mounting bracket, parts for installing 2.5-inch SATA storage, a set of screws, a user manual and a hard disk installation guide, as well as a power supply rated at 19 volts and 3 amps. At the front we have a power button, headset connector, USB Type-C. This one does not carry video, only data and power. Two USB 3 ports, and here you can reset the BIOS. On the side we have a micro SD card reader. Unfortunately they're connected it via USB 2 and not USB 3, so the performance is quite poor. And on the sides of the machine also some inlets for fresh air to help with the cooling. On the back of the machine we have gigabit Ethernet thanks to a chip from Realtek, two USB 3 ports and two HDMI ports. The Amazon article says they're 4K 60, but I tested them, they only do 4K 30. So yeah, that's in my opinion in 2021 not really acceptable anymore. Here goes the power supply, and here hot air comes out from the CPU fan. The processor has only got 2 cores and 4 threads. Base clock is 2.1 and a turbo of up to 4.1 GHz. In reality, when we're stressing the processor, when we're stressing both cores, we see 3.2 GHz and temperatures of up to 80 degrees. Stressing a single core, we're seeing higher frequencies and temperatures, up to 4 GHz, but most of the time 3.5 GHz, and the temperature 91 degrees for the maximum. And the software is telling me that the CPU is thermally throttling. We have results for Cinebench in R15, 302 for multi and 154 for single core. In R20, 716 for multi and 392 for single core performance. And in R23, we're getting 1838 for multi and 994 for single core performance. Here we're comparing Cinebench R15 and R20 with two other machines from Beelink, and you can see that the 2-core CPU in this machine just can't keep up with the 4-core alternatives. Gaming performance is also quite basic. In CloudGate 6093, in Night Raid 4232, in Skydiver 3635, and in Firestrike 897. And here we have a graph comparing Firestrike and Night Raid of this mini PC compared to other models from Beelink, and once again the 3D gaming performance is quite limited. Storage performance is pretty decent. It is connected through PCI Express. Network performance is pretty decent. Through the gigabit Ethernet port we're seeing the typical 100 megabytes per second of transfer rate. I still haven't got a Wi-Fi 6 router, but wireless 802.11ac performance was excellent. Here I'm copying some games from my NAS, and yeah, pretty decent performance. I had a look at power consumption, sitting idle on the desktop between 3 and 4 watts, which is pretty good. Running a CPU benchmark, I saw between 22 and 25 watts, and running the Night Raid CPU test up to 31 watts. In terms of fan speed, the marketing material talks about a single quite large fan, but the machine turns out not that quiet. It's not super annoying, but you will definitely hear it when you're doing something more demanding. To enter the BIOS, press Delete. F7 gets you into the boot menu. It comes with Windows 10 Pro, and for all the tests I did do all the updates. So guys, let's talk about the pricing. There is no such thing as a bad mini PC, just a poor price. And at $399 on Amazon, unfortunately, this is a poor price. For $100 more, you can get mini PCs with double the cores, double the RAM, double the storage, more ports. And at $399, this is just not something I can recommend, unfortunately. Also, Beelink, you are cutting a few corners, connecting the card reader with USB 2 and not USB 3. The HDMI ports not being 2.0, that's just not cutting it for 2021 anymore. On your other machines, you have DisplayPort, so you can use some adapters. On this machine, you can't, you're stuck with HDMI. So that rules it out for me as a media center PC as well. And yeah, power consumption is pretty decent, but on occasions you will see 30 watts. That's not that little, to be honest. And yeah, the fan noise, always an issue. Start putting in larger fans in these machines and not these little squirrel fans running at 4,000 RPM. Yeah, it's time you guys listen a little bit to the feedback, and yeah, maybe this is a little bit more of a critical video, but it is what it is. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know what you think of these mini PCs. Personally, I'm a little bit over mini PCs with Intel. Give us more stuff with AMD. That's a lot more interesting and a lot more exciting. I remember the mini PCs from AMD. Yeah, they had 4K 60, they had decent gaming performance. Okay, they were allowed, but you got decent performance in return, so you could justify that. But with these ones, not quite sure what to make of them. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you soon with another one.